Aha! Just started surprised you for fucking. What the hell? I actually just ducked under my desk. But anyway, I thought I'd surprise you for part 50,000 or whatever, everyone. If you haven't seen the previous part, click that case now, where my finger is pointing. Or click the top there. Or, no, wait. There's a link somewhere to the previous part if you haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen the first one, then click all the way back and you'll find it. Okay, so the question next asked is, oh my god, I didn't get a fresh new list. Sorry. Jake KKJ from Twitter asked do you ever sit back and think how YouTube has impacted your life? Yes, Jake, I do, my friend. Nearly every day, every moment I live, YouTube has affected me because now I'm like on Twitter. I've got like, people tweeting me about stuff like that, speaking to Machinima and all that kind of stuff. So YouTube has really impacted my life with that kind of stuff, and it's just like insane. Like, because when you earn money, you have to pay tax and you have to go bank accounts, and it's all that boring stuff. You can't just rape zombies all the time. You can. I make sure I do. I don't know what. So yeah, like it's massively impacted my life, and in all honesty, from what I do now, like at first people knew about like outside this, and a lot of people ask us like, oh, I don't want to do YouTube, because I just feel like the people I know will make fun of me for being on YouTube, but I'm just like, what? How can you even say that? Because I do this because I want to enjoy it, and if anyone's got an opinion on it, it's your opinion. Either keep it to yourself or say it, and then I'll judge you from that, who the person you are. So that's how it goes. So, because like at first when I did it, and a lot of people knew about it, me doing it, I just found out, they were like, why'd you do it? And I was just like, because I like to help other people get better at it and stuff like that, and I enjoy doing it. And they were just like, right, okay. Make loads of sense. So I was just like, okay, so why do you smoke? Or why do you do this? Or why do you do that? And then when they come back with an answer, I just be like, yes, or that. But I always say, if you want to do something and you actually want to do it, not like go and kill a person, because that's just wrong. Or decide to go and smoke a cigarette, that again is just wrong. I'm really against smoking. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So yeah, it's massively impacted my life. So I really just keep thinking to myself, like, this is another thing that I'm going to link in with, and it's a bit personal. It's like, my mum and dad split up when I was 7 years old, I believe, and I was just like, like, where would I be now? Because there was just no way in hell I'd be on YouTube. I'd be like, I wouldn't get into this situation or anything like that, but like, where would I be if something changed? Like, anything that happens in life, like, where would you be if this certain thing didn't happen? Like, my mum and dad split up, and it was like a big event, like, they don't speak now, they don't get along, it is quite sad, because like, it's just, they just don't get along, you can't blame them. They split up after like good 10, 15, well, I don't know, 10, 15 years of being married, I don't know quite how much, but they split up, and it was sad for me, but like, because now I've been used to them being split up, and like having different boyfriends and girlfriends I'll say partners between themselves. I'm just used to it, so it'd just be nice to know, or like, be able to see where I'd be, or who I would be, like, whatever, what position in life I would be, or we as a family would be, me, my sister, and my mum and dad would be if we were all like still together. But then again, you've got to see it as to where I am now. I'm in such a good position in life. I love what I do. I love gaming. I love YouTubing. I love I love all my family and all that stuff. And life's good. That's all I can pretty much say. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I can hear the birds tweeting to wake me up, so that should be pretty funny. Because last night I went to bed at 5 a.m. For the cock. I was saying cock then, but it is called COC. The call of the community draft where they pick the teams. So yeah, that was me up from there, and I woke up at 5 p.m. Don't tell anyone, but I kind of woke up at 5 p.m. That's our little secret. You there, and me, secret bonding. I don't know. So yeah, I would like to really know where I'd be, like, without these big events happening in my life. So like, another huge event. Now this is gonna like blow some of your minds. I'd been stung by like wasps, bees, loads in my pastime. Like, I'd like trap them under a glass, and then I'd go to grab their head and pull them out, and then they'd sting me, and I'd be like, motherfucker, what you doing? Get off me. I don't know why you'd be like that, but like, that had happened like so many times, being stung by wasps. But one day I went around to my dad's house, and I was actually, this was when I was like 10 or something, because you know, like they'd split up. I went around to my dad's house from my mum's house, and my dad was like, oh yeah, there's a wasp nest in the back garden. So I was just like, holy shit, let's go and kill it. You know, like, I'm gonna go run a rape train on some wasps. Next minute it'd be, I would actually be running a rape train, because I'd be running away from the wasps whilst they're chasing me, as a big horde of like 30 or 40 chasing me, trying to sting me. Because I walked in, I was expecting like a little itty bitty nest like this big, and I walked in and it was like this big. I was like, holy shit. So I didn't want to mess with, I didn't want to start on the wasps, because I knew they'd like run out and punch me and beat me up or whatever, basically sting me. So I kind of didn't want to mess with the wasps, so I like closed the door, put the tire, because it was like it was in a shed. So I closed the door, shut the tire, walked out, and I was like, right, close it, Dad. And my dad just went, I swear I heard a bang. Probably my cat. My cat's probably running around the house like trashing everything. Like, yeah, who's what? My house. Let's have a look. Is a cat there? Yeah. No cat. No cat there. So yeah, and then I walked out, and it's all my dad's fault. This is, I blame him for it. Now I'm joking. I don't blame anyone for much of anything. It's just wrong, innit? It's not fair. So I walked out, and I was like, right, there you go, Dad. Yep, seen it. And then he went, did you make sure you put the tyre back on properly? And I was just like, what do you mean put the tyre? Because it was like the shed door, and then we closed it with a tyre, so like too many wasps didn't come out at one time, or like, you know, I don't know why. He just said. So he went, did you do it? And I was like, yeah, of course I did. And he went, are you sure you did it? And I was just like, not quite sure. So I walked back in, made sure it was there. It was kind of on it, kind of off it. So I moved it to the right place. And then when I moved it to the right place, next minute, one wasp decided he was going to beat me up, jumped on top of my head in my hair. So it was like this length hair. Dived in my hair. I couldn't get him out. All I could hear was like, zzz. He was like going sick in my head. He was tripping off his face. He was like, holy shit, I'm in Syndicate hair, screaming. And he was inside. He was like right there in my hair, and I just couldn't get him out. So I just basically, I don't know why, but when he landed, I ducked as if he was just gonna go zzz, like that. I ducked, and I was just like hoping it weren't gonna sting me, because like many had flown past my ears, and you know, like I could hear them, but this one landed on my head. So I was like, shit. So I ducked and like tried to run out, like wafted it off, but when I like wafted it off, I'm sure it just went like that. Hey, it stung you, and then just flew off. So it stung me on the head, so I was like in so much pain like with my head, because it was like right there. So it's not just like somewhere it's your thumb, when you hold it tight, you can get rid of it. It was on my head, and when I pressed on it, like really hurt. But the next minute I walked out, and I was just like, oh Dad, it stung me. And he was just like, obviously I was crying because I was like 10, you know, I looked like a little bitch crying. And it was just like, he was just like, you got stung, and he was like, were you pissing about with it? I went, no, you made me go back in there and close the door. So I went back in there, closed the door, and put the tyre on it. And then he was like, right, okay, so just man up about being stung. So I was like, all right, I will do. And then basically I went, and I was like, oh, I feel dead hot. So I went and splashed water on my face, and I came back out. When I came back out, my face looked like that. I don't know. Like, all this was like out there. My forehead was massively red. And like, say if I'd go like that, where my two fingers would go, I'd let go of it then to erase the image that I'd press on. I need to hurry this up. Would raise up, and it'd be like a rash. So wherever you touched would become a rash. So like if I'd go like that, like someone would high five my back or something, it'd be a rash of a hand like that, just go woof. So like say that was my back, it'd come off like that much. It was insane. It just went mental. So I'm gonna have to continue this story in the next part, because it's pretty epic. So stay tuned to see if Syndicate like survived the wasp. Clearly did, but you know. So click here. We're not gonna do a random click anyway. So I'll see you in the next part. So yep, see you in the next part. Peace.